one of the first things that is typically done with quantitative data is one variable statistics are calculated for them. The statistics that we are going to calculate for the variable that we have here, which is building height in Portland, Oregon, in number of stories, we're going to do a 5-number summary, which is minimum Q1, your median Q3, and your max. The other two pieces of information that we're going to calculate are your mean and standard deviation. Each of these can be calculated using preset functions in Microsoft Excel. To calculate the min, in the box right next to it is where we're going to calculate it. We hit equals and type in min. After min, parenthesis, we then are instructed to select the numbers that we want to find the minimum of. So here, our data set here, we're going to select that as our data range for it to calculate the min of, close parenthesis, and hit enter, and it correctly identifies 5 as the minimum value. Let's do max. It's the same thing, except instead of typing in min, you type in max. So this equals max, parenthesis, select your data, close parenthesis, and hit enter. Okay. Your median, as you might guess, is calculated pretty similarly. We're going to hit our equal sign and we're going to type in median. It's one of the preset functions in Excel. So median, parenthesis, select the data, close parenthesis, and hit enter. So we have our minimum, our maximum, and our median calculated on our set of data for our 5-number summary. We have our lower and upper quartiles left. Start with our lower quartile, Q1. To calculate Q1, again, we hit equal to make a calculation, and we type in quartile. And then a parenthesis, and just like the others, we select our data. However, we need to tell it what quartile that we're supposed to calculate. Because we're calculating Q1, the lower quartile, we're going to hit comma and 1. You can see here it says 1 is for the first quartile. So we hit 1, close parenthesis, and enter. And it calculates lower quartile as 25.5. Q3 is done very similarly. Hit equals, type in quartile, close parenthesis, highlight your data. But this time, since we're doing the upper quartile, we do comma, and the upper quartile is the 3rd quartile, the 75th percentile. So we input 3 and close parenthesis. Hit enter, and it calculates the upper quartile as 50.5. So here now is our 5-number summary with our minimum, our lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and maximum values. To calculate mean and standard deviation, we again are going to be using preset functions. To calculate the mean, we hit our equal sign, but instead of typing mean, we type average. In Excel, average is mean. So we type in average, parenthesis, highlight our data again, close parenthesis, and enter, and that will calculate the average or the mean of our data set over here. For standard deviation, the function that we're going to use is stdev, as I've abbreviated it here. So equals stdev, standard deviation, open or parenthesis, highlight the data, close parenthesis, and enter, and there we have our standard deviation calculated. Both of those have quite a few decimal places, many of them which are unnecessary, so I'm going to highlight those 2 boxes and come up here, and I am going to, wrong way, move, I'm going to click the right arrow for the decimal, for adding or taking away the number of decimal places shown. So I'm going to go down to let's do 1 decimal place. And there you have the most important 1-variable statistics. You have your 5-number summary as well as your mean and standard deviation.